Part 1, baby. I know I normally use this channel as a means for me to rant about politics and culture and maybe some philosophical debates, but today I'm switching it up. I'm doing a 2-part video on my New York Rangers, my favorite hockey team. And if you're not familiar with hockey, my New York Rangers have not done well the past 2 years. They've actually dropped all the way down to the worst possible position, the worst standing on the East Coast, and I think they're like 27th place in the league. There's only 32 teams. Not good, not good. Been really bad. But I keep hearing a lot of talk, because I watch a lot of different hockey YouTubers and podcasts, and Steve Dangle, who's a famous Leaf YouTuber, famous Maple Leaf fan, had a podcast. I was listening to the podcast, and they were just going after Drury, basically saying Drury is just bad at his job, he's terrible. The only reason why he has a job in the NHL is basically because Dolan, the owner of the Rangers, like him. And that, essentially the Rangers need to move off of Chris Drury as soon as possible, because he's been an epic failure, and has screwed up every single possible trade. And as an outside fan looking in, I could see where you have that opinion. I don't think that's necessarily a crazy or terrible opinion. And it's a lot of the opinion and sentiment that a lot of Ranger fans have as well. A lot of people just do not trust Chris Drury. And I get that. But let me just provide slightly some different perspective on Chris Drury. With the preface of saying Chris Drury, who's our general manager, was at one point a Ranger captain and a Ranger player. And I was not a fan of him then either. Okay, so I'm not necessarily a fan of him now, and I definitely was not a fan of him as a captain or player. I thought he played a very boring style of hockey. I was not into his play as a kid growing up. But I think that he's owed some flowers, and we should go over that a little bit more before we just say he's the worst GM in the league.